What's up again, guys? It's your man James Jackson. I'm back again with more videos about IPC and all the new announcements that we have. You know, Sony is continuing its strive to be the dominant company in the video market, and it looks like it's continuing to make that strive, kind of, with now they've announced the RX10 Mark IV. I know a lot of people were waiting to hear a Sony a7S III or an A9S, an A9R, an A7R III, but it doesn't look like that's going to be announced anytime soon, so we're going to have to wait for that. But we're here now going to talk about the Sony RX10 Mark IV. I mean, to me, there's not really much to talk about. It's essentially the same camera. Let me be clear about this real quick. I am a videographer. I am a cinematographer. I am a video guy. Let me be clear. I am a video guy. I know there's a lot of cool features of the camera that are on the photo side. I get that. But for me, as a video guy, this is my opinion. So keep that in mind before you come with your pitches and torch forks. Torches and pitchforks. So just remember that before you come with your torches and your pitchforks, that I am a video guy. So having said all that, I think it's the same camera as the last 2-3 generations, with a few cool, interesting exceptions. The first being that it is going to be the first one to have the phase detection autofocus, which is great. That is one of Sony's highlight features in the a6300, the a6500. I'm not sure if the a7S, I know the a7R has it, but it's a very, very amazing autofocus system. It's not as good as Canon's, but it's getting there. Let me be clear. It's not as good as Canon's, but damn it, it's getting there. All right? So that's a great thing to have. I've shot with it on the a6300. It's a great autofocus system, so definitely a nice feature to have. The other nice feature to have is that it's a little bit longer when you do the burst modes. So you can now do 8 seconds instead of, I think it was like 4 seconds before. It's now 8 seconds or 7 seconds, but it's longer. Which I'm like, okay. But let's be honest, as they talk about, you could shoot 1,000 frames per second. But to me, that's just hype. That's just malarkey marketing, because the 960 frames per second is completely useless. It's the equivalent of 400. It's the equivalent of 480p. So I don't see a reason to ever shoot that. The highest I would ever shoot on that is 240 frames per second. But the 240 frames per second is really good. It's a really good thing. The other thing they've added was S-Log 3, which, again, super stoked, super happy about. You know, gives that little bit of extra stop of dynamic range, about 13 to 14 stops. So, great. My problem with the RX10 Mark III, well, there's a few that I figure. The first one is menu structure. The menu structure is horrible. It's the same horrible menu structure. They really haven't changed it, and it's annoyed me. It's one of the reasons why I never got the RX10 Mark II when that first came out. The other thing is that they took away the ND filter. Now, granted, the ND filter they had in the RX10 Mark II wasn't that good to begin with. I'll be perfectly honest. It really wasn't that good. So to me, it's like, okay, but it would still nice to have some than none. Nope, that's just me. Some is better than getting some is better than none. But the real big downer for me is that they done the 2.8 constant aperture that was on the RX10 Mark III. Well, I'm sorry, the RX10 Mark II. Now, granted, it was only 200. It was 24 to 200 compared to the 24 to 600. And I know the stop difference is only 1. It's not going to make that much of a difference, but still, lose a stop of light when I zoom in is to me really, really disappointing. And I really wish they just stuck with the 24 to 200 and just, or go like 24 to 300 and just kept the constant aperture. That to me would have been way more, you know, way better. The lens is what deters me. And to why I still to this day feel the RX10 Mark II, a camera now 2 generations behind the current generation, is the best camera they've produced of this RX10 lineup. You know, that lens to me is the biggest problem of the RX10 Mark II. Also, having the same annoying Sony screens that they continue to make that's not fully articulated. But that's just me. I don't see myself getting this. It's the same lineup as it's been for a while. Nothing really mind-blowing about it. Let me know what you think about it. Are you excited? Are you excited about the RX10 Mark IV? Let me know, leave a comment below, and also make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.